You know who figured this out? And it doesn't get. I rarely give him credit he deserves. Donald Trump. Trump was like, you know what? Yeah, I said those things. He says an outrageous thing, and people like get outraged. Like, yeah, I said it. It's locker room talk. Get over it. And it's like, and then it's like, well, he's on to the next thing. The problem is like, oh no, I'm sorry. Now what? What do I do? How quickly can I apologize?
Well, if the deal is,
think it, own it.
You know, if you think about where a lot of this is coming from, and I was talking to Drew about this, and we've talked about it before. You think about progressive movement. Well, it has the word progress and movement in it. It does not have a satisfied moving on component to it. It's we will move forward. We will move and we'll be progressive. So what you were apologizing for 5 years ago, you're going to be apologizing for something else now. We don't have a thing where we check all the boxes and move on to the next crisis. We keep going this direction, and there is no stopping. So the conceit is, I will apologize, and then they will stop. The answer is, no, they will not. They will move on to the next thing, and you may be included in that. Right. So with that in mind, do not apologize. When you don't apologize, they don't get satisfaction. When they don't get satisfaction, they move on to the next person who will give them satisfaction by apologizing. And yeah, like Brian says, whether it's, your Howard Stern or your Trumps.
Charles Barkley's a good example.
Barkley, or I've always said, it's like Snoop Dogg with pot. Like at a certain point, you would be disappointed if he wasn't smoking pot. You know what I mean? He's established, this is what I do. Right. I
Trump
smoke
was so
pot.
cordial today. I'm so sad. I feel like I'm missing something.
This is what I do. Yeah. This is my brand. And nobody, the thing that's funny about Trump and all the vitriol and all the negative news stories and all the, everyone with their panties in a bunch and all of that in 2 years, no one has ever asked him to apologize. They've been like, he's Hitlerian. He needs to be removed. He needs to see the fire. No one ever went like, hey, man, you got to apologize for that statement. He said, because they know he doesn't apologize. So to Brian's point,
we don't negotiate with terrorists. Trump doesn't apologize.
Right. So
it's known.
That happened with Joan Rivers. I think she was doing some jokes about flight attendants, and the flight attendant union or whatever demanded that she apologize.
How'd that go over?
And she said, I'm not apologizing. Do what you need. Do what you need to do with that information. I'm not apologizing.
Right.
And it just kind of went away. What do you can't get, blood out of a stone.
Right. But like negotiating with terrorists who abduct camera crews, if she had then publicly apologized for that, then the next comedy set she did, there would have been a group of union butchers or bakers or candlestick makers who wanted her to, who demanded an apology.
These on apologies.
Right. It's funny. People demand everything from Trump, but never an apology. It's never an apology. No one's ever asked him to apologize.
And now there are times when you say something that you do truly regret. And I think if it's in your heart and soul and you go, you know what, I screwed up. Yeah. And I shouldn't have said that, and I regret it, and I want to apologize. Those kinds of apologies I think people should do, but an apology that's forced on someone and they're just doing it for career reasons, they just seem kind of empty to me.
Well, it's basically when somebody's saying, look, you got to apologize, we're going to lose sponsors, you're going to lose backing, you're going to lose money. If somebody said, hey, I need you to apologize, I'm going to take your car. You just go, okay, I'm sorry, whatever it was. Sorry about that. So what's the difference? Your car's worth $41,000 or you're going to lose $70,000 worth of backing or whatever it is. Just apologize. It's like literally like saying, apologize, I'll take something valuable of you. Yours could be a durable good, could be something in a checking account, an opportunity, whatever. So everyone goes, fuck it, I'll apologize. That's why everyone is in such a hurry. And also, no crisis manager or publicist says, fuck those guys. Let's get drunk and drop our pants down to suck our cock. Everyone's like, just we got to get out ahead of this. We're going to get out ahead of this. The people that are advising are behind. They're essentially getting back to the terrorist thing. Hey, when we were growing up, if you're in your classroom and you hear gunshots, right, everyone just get on the ground and just lay under their desk and just wait for help. That was the old advice. New advice is throw your fucking shoe at the guy and charge him. That's right. This is a new thing. The old advice, I think, with the publicist and all the crisis management people, like, let's get out ahead of it. Just apologize. I've crafted something for you to read.
Right.
It's very. Make sure wear something dark. Don't show a lot of cleavage, or especially if you're a dude. Like, right here you go. Read this and hope that everyone understands. That was the old way of doing. The new way should just be fuck you. I don't apologize because I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Thank you.